Welcome back. The history of Nigeria in relation to the rest of the world comes to the fore in a new documentary series, Journey of an African Colony, set for airing on Channels Television soon. The series, put together by Koramo Productions, had its first official screening to an exclusive audience at Channels Television's headquarters in Lagos, southwest Nigeria, recently.
Images from pre-colonial, colonial and modern eras from Nigeria flash on the giant screen at Channels Television's state-of-the-art amphitheater as the media group hosts an exclusive screening for a 7-part docu-series about the creation of the entity called Nigeria.
Nigeria's story is tangled up in Britain's Africa empire.
A partial adaptation of 2 books by the narrator, Shukwa Shashare. The series is produced by Koramo Productions and exclusively licensed to Channels Television for broadcasting in Nigeria.
Good writing style, good narration.
Praised as one of the best stories ever told by the chairman, Channels Media Group, Mr. John Momo, the story chronicles the period from 1440 to 1960, highlighting the slave trade era, the bombardment of Lagos, and subsequent colonization, the amalgamation, about women and railway workers' riots, amongst many other events in the history of the country. In a brief chat, the producer, Shukwa Shashare, explains the purpose of the project.
We seek to try and show Nigerians and the world, hopefully something that they didn't know before. We seek to try and locate Nigeria in the world story. It's often thought that Nigeria is just an isolated basket case or whatever narrative that we hear. But Nigeria is totally connected to world history. And hopefully throughout the series, you'll see the incidents that influenced Nigeria and that Nigeria in turn influenced in the history of the world. From kingdoms in Western Sudan, as the area was once known, we journey through time, traveling to different and sometimes difficult places. The making of Nigeria is a unique journey for an African colony. Many stories of ordinary people who do very extraordinary things, and Nigerians may not have heard of or have not heard of in their proper context. The effect of having, say, a Michael Jackson feeling a pure African connection to Senegal, or Magic Johnson to Ghana, or indeed Martin Luther King to Nigeria. And you would have had the greater influence and greater spread of knowledge and contribution to the wealth and development and the powerhouse that Africa could well have been.
A Journey of an African Colony starts airing on Channels Television from Sunday, August the 25th, 2019.
Western Lotto is expanding its business line with the creation of another brand, Lotto9ja, an online platform set to change the landscape in the Nigerian gaming industry. The general manager of Western Lotto and BET, Mr. Tajuddin Usman, says the brand was created to offer games that are purely Nigerian in their appeal for the growing online population.
Entertainment and gaming brand Western Lotto Nigeria Limited has set up a milestone in the Nigerian gaming market with the birth of another brand, Lotto9ja. Through Lotto9ja, the company plans to go beyond its core social responsibility by offering services that cater to the needs of Nigeria's online gaming population.
We are glad to announce that Lotto9ja has taken the best the world has to offer, infused them with all that is positive and great about Nigeria.
The general manager reiterates that the company will not allow the hijack of its widely known trademark.
While we worked assiduously on our games, we noticed that, as usual, our secret dream was already being cloned by unscrupulous elements. While we worked, we determined not to be distracted by such and remain focused on the finished line.
The newly launched brand promises to bring a different lottery experience that will be fun and exciting.
We've taken a lot of research to actually, from customers' experience, to see what the customer actually wanted. And then that is what we are going to give to them. This is going to be a different approach to what you have had before. So, and honestly, what I can tell you is that you just expect the best that you've not seen in the industry.
Western Lotto is registered as an official lottery operator within Nigeria, which claims to be the biggest, most equipped and capitalized gaming company in the country.
That takes us fully into the world of business. Here's Anne Wawodo.
You first. First Bank.
Thank you, Amarachi. Welcome to the world of business. We begin with Nigeria Aviation Handling Company PLC. It has presented its 2018 consolidated and separate audited financial statements and other national disclosures. During the 38th, the chairman board of directors of the company confirmed that the strategy of NACO for growth includes maximizing parent company and subsidiary company opportunities, capacity utilization by taking advantage of market trends and its dominant position.
It's the 38th annual general meeting of the Nigerian Aviation Handling Company, NACO, for the presentation of the 2018 annual report. Present at the meeting are the board members and shareholders.
Audited financial statements for the year ended December 31st, 2018.
The floor is opened by the chairman of the board, Seinde Oladapo, who highlights the company's performance in the year under review.
Our assets is about 13 billion. By the time you come back here next year, you will have gone to about almost 15 or 16 billion. Because right now, we have, if you look at the papers today, the equipment have started arriving. We've invested about 1.4 billion for brand new equipment, no old equipment.
Some concerns are raised, recommendations provided, and clarifications made regarding some of the challenges shareholders feel should be addressed.
The administrative expenses are undulating and they are going at very high rates of increase.
What we are running on medical is too much, 180-something million. We can't continue. Just as Baba said here, he said, some people, what they bear the same name, they will take other people, their family members, and some I have not been able to verify.
It was a befitting end to a journey that started back in January 2018 under a 5-year transformation plan, which was adjudged to be successful, with Kano State as one of the company's favorable business locations.
In Kano, we have 2 partner airlines that are here. Azman is one of the people who provide services to. We also provide service to Max Air. We operate, we support Air Peace here. We also support Saudi Air, Flynas, Ethiopian Airlines, and Egypt Air are some of the carriers that we support here. And we also have cargo agents. Turkish Air is also one of our clients.
The strategy for NACO in 2019 is to increase customer base, diversify revenue, and improve service delivery to reduce operating costs for increased profits.
It's been a season of low turnover of shares and transactions, but that didn't stop the final trading week in the month from kicking off at a bright note. Earnings seasons getting into full swing on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. Let's hear more from BC Adebayo.
Hello and welcome to the Stock Markets Report. Despite an uninspiring second quarterly and half-year results from the NSE's most capitalized stock, Dangote Cement, the main index starts the last trading day of July positive by 0.11%. Now, the positive performance was driven and supported by some consumer and industrial goods key components such as Nestle and Lafarge, which primarily lifted those counters by 0.39% and 0.2% each. Similarly, performance on the price chart closed with a positive margin of 19 gainers, and that was led by a 10% advance by CNI Leasing, while Total led 13 other losers down 9.96%, and that's after investors reacted to its lackluster half-year results released today. Meanwhile, the trio of Zenith, Transcorp, and Lesaco Insurance emerged as the most traded equities from a total of 93.1 million units of shares traded today. And that's it on the Stock Market Report. I am BC Adebayo.
Thank you, BC. Well, we'll see how August turns out. But major markets across the world have ended today's session in mixed sentiments. Let's see how they ended at the close of business. And that's Business News Tonight. Thank you for watching. I'm Anne Nwaudu. It's back to you, Marachi.
You first. First Bank.
Thanks, Anne. Still ahead on the news at 10, Portugal and Juventus forward Cristiano Ronaldo receives the prestigious Macca Legend Award in Spain for his outstanding achievements in football. We'll have more in sports news. Stay with us.